Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining us. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Jane Iredale BB Cream, the Jane Iredale Circle Delete Concealer, and also their pressed powder to get a flawless coverage on the face. And I'm going to use our model Kendra here so graciously to kind of walk you through how to use each product, because they are a lot different than typical foundations. So they have a unique way that you need to apply them to make sure that you're getting the most flawless finish. So the first thing that you're going to want to do before anything is obviously make sure you've washed your face, you dry it, it's nice and clean, and then you want to apply a moisturizer. Now you can either use a facial oil, which is what I tend to prefer, or you can use a facial lotion, which is what Kendra tends to prefer. And I'm going to use the PATYKA-NEROLI face cream to give her some hydration on her skin. And you're going to definitely want to do this before any BB cream, as it's going to make sure that it glides on and then it doesn't look heavy on the skin. So now your skin is hydrated and it's well prepped for your foundation. We're going to be using the Jane Iredale Glow Time BB Cream in BB5 on Kendra. The BB cream is very color corrective, so it doesn't come in a wide range of colors. It kind of comes in just a few different shades to go on as a color corrector, and then you go in with your powder, your bronzer, your blush, and you'll add the color back to the face. But the BB cream in general is meant to be really corrective and give you a really flawless full coverage to the face. It also has an SPF of 25 and it's water resistant up to 40 minutes, so you've definitely got some great benefits there. But the product itself is extremely concentrated, so what you want to do is you want to use a very little amount to do the entire skin. So this is like a pea-sized amount, and this is going to be enough actually to give Kendra full coverage on her skin. So you can kind of see this here. And then there's two different types of brushes you can use to apply the BB cream. You can use a regular foundation brush like this Jane Iredale foundation brush if you'd like to do more of a full coverage look, or you can use the Jane Iredale blending brush, which is a dual fiber brush that you can use to kind of buff into the skin and get more of like a sheer to medium type of finish. So because we want to show you on camera really what this foundation is made of, we're going to use the foundation brush to apply full coverage to Kendra's face. Alright, so I'm picking up the BB cream and I'm going to use just light strokes to start building my coverage all over the skin. Now keep in mind the skin is really well hydrated so the product can glide on. What I like about this foundation too is you can also use it underneath the eyes as concealer, so we'll go back and do some of that in a minute here too. But right now I just want to get it all over the skin to give a nice even coverage. So now she has the BB cream all over her skin. As you can see, it gives a really flawless coverage. And I also applied a little bit underneath the eye area, but now I'm actually going to apply the Jane Iredale Circle Delete Concealer. So this comes in 3 different shades. I'm using the Circle Delete 1, which is more of like a golden undertone. And then there's also a Circle Delete 2, which has more of a peach undertone. So for Kendra, because she has a lot of golden tones in the skin, that's why I selected the 1. For somebody like me who has more pink or neutral undertones to the skin, I would suggest a Circle Delete 2. And then if you have more of a medium to deep skin tone, then there's a Circle Delete 3 as well. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to pick up the darker color, which I have here on these spatulas, and I'm going to use the Jane Iredale Camouflage brush. What's great about this concealer is you just kind of warm it up with the brush, but it's really creamy because it contains avocado oil, so it doesn't get cakey underneath the eye area. Just Kendra, look up. I'm just going to kind of lightly apply it underneath the eye area to give her a good coverage. I like to go right along the orbital bone where everybody tends to get a little bit of darkness. I'm going to use my ring finger and kind of just drag it lightly. Like I said, because this is creamy, you won't be tugging at the eye at all. And then I just use my ring finger and I kind of just warm up the product and blend it right into the skin. So I'm applying the lighter shade of the 2 now, and I'm doing that on the inner corner of the eye. Just kind of blending in. And then I'm actually going to apply it on the top right here, right against the brow bone. It'll kind of give a nice little lift to the eye. It also will help with shadow stain as well. See that? Very nice. So now you have this amazing flawless coverage, and now you want to set it with a little bit of the Jane Iredale powder. We're going to use the Pure Press powder, which is also a mineral powder that provides a little bit more coverage. So if you didn't want a full coverage, you could definitely stop here and just go with a more translucent setting powder. But since we want to give that absolute full coverage, we're going to use the mineral powder. And Kendra here is the color Warm Sienna. If you need help with a color match, you can definitely either email us or DM us on Instagram. We can help you with that. And then there's two different types of brushes you can use with this powder. You can either use what is called their Handy brush, and this is by Jane Iredale. It's perfect to this is a really great brush for when you want to build full coverage. Or if you'd want to go a little bit lighter with the powder, then you can use a regular powder brush that's a little bit more fluffy. So because Kendra already has such beautiful skin, we're going to use the powder brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the powder here. And then I'm just going to kind of tap into the skin to kind of give us a little bit more coverage and to set everything. So now that we've powdered her face, I'm actually going to powder the under eyes. If you're somebody that struggles with dark circles, this will really help in ensuring that you get a lot of coverage and then it stays on all day. This is something that I definitely do. So I actually pick up a light fluffy brush. This is the Jane Iredale crease brush, and I just dip it in a little bit more of the powder, kind of flick off any extra. And then I just will kind of go back in and just kind of make sure that everything's smoothed out before I powder. And I just do a little dusting right along the orbital bone right here. And then voila, your coverage is locked in all day. So for our last and final step, I'm actually gonna set the makeup. This is a really good thing to do if you like your makeup to have a more creamy finish. The thing with minerals is that they're natural, right? They're from the earth, they're rocks, and so they're a little bit more jagged. So what you do when you use a setting powder is you weigh it down. Like this is a weighted deionized water from Jane Iredale. This also has calming ingredients for the skin in it. But being a weighted water, what it's also gonna do is it's gonna lay the minerals flat on the skin to look nice and creamy, and it doesn't look heavy. So this really smells very good too. So you just want to do a light mist, and now you have a perfect coverage that's going to last you all day. Now, hopefully you're feeling a lot more confident in using those Jane Iredale products to get that flawless coverage on the skin. I will be linking to all the products that we used in the description box, as well as a link if you would like to get color matched for any of the products that we've talked about today. I thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.